Good evening, everyone. Good evening. And I am so glad that you are here with me tonight. I hope you had a great day. Listen, I have had a very challenging day today. I'm extremely tired. Um, I hired a personal trainer and I skipped a meal yesterday and I'm just tired today. I can't seem to get myself back where I was before the session yesterday. So I'm just drained today. But I hope that you all are having a great day or had a great day and you took a moment in the midst of all that. What I just said, I did take a moment to thank God for just loving on me and being a protector. I don't know what your personal thank you is for God tonight, but I know it's one thing that you can thank Him for, and also thank yourself for not giving up on you. And if you haven't done it already, go ahead and grab you something warm to drink, something so that we can chit chat. And I want you to imagine this. So I am calling you. If you tapped on this tonight, imagine me calling you to catch up with you, to see how things are going. And I just want to chat with you for a little bit. Is that all right? I hope that is all right. Well, I just want to say this, that you are deserving of the life that you desire. So it's two things I want to talk about tonight. That's one of them, is that you are deserving of the life that you desire. And when I think about deserving the life that I desire, it's really simplistic. It's nothing really overcomplicated. Like, you deserve to be in an environment that is peaceful, an environment that is calm, and in an environment that when you walk through that door and you come home, you deserve to just sigh and be happy. You deserve that. You also deserve, if you so choose, to be in a relationship with someone who can really appreciate you for who you are, not for what you have, not for what they can get out of you, not for an opportunity to use you and treat you wrong, but really someone with pure intentions that are good. You are deserving of that. And I know that sometimes, just depending on what we've gone through in our lives, the enemy will try to taint our views on relationships, the environment we deserve to be in. I didn't say that your environment should look like something out of Restoration Hardware or Pottery Barn. That's superficial, which I love both of those stores. Do not get me wrong, because I got some in my house from both stores. But it's not even about the materialistic things when it comes to your home being like a safe haven for you. It's just the Spirit of God that occupies every wall in your home, every point of space in your home, every doorway, every little crevice. I mean, the Spirit of the living God occupies the home. So no matter what you have and what you don't have in it, as long as His Spirit is there, it's an opportunity for you to just get a healing. Get a healing for your soul. And healing happens in steps. And we're forever. This is what I want people to understand. You're always healing and evolving. This is like a lifelong journey, and not something that you do just one time, or you just, turn around and touch your toes or go to church one week and you're healed. It's just an ongoing thing. But when you fall in love with God the way that you should, He allows you to really embrace that journey, and you're so grateful for it. So you deserve a place in your home of peace, whether it's whatever room it is that you can get into. You're deserving of that, and you deserve to be in the company of good people who love you and who appreciate you, whether it's in a relationship or not. You deserve that. And don't allow anybody or any situation that you may have been in or what you may be going through to convince you otherwise, because believe it or not, you deserve that. It is still great people out here in this world God created some awesome people. You are an awesome person. Your heart is good. All of us, we desire good things. And I just wanted to remind you tonight that you are deserving of God's best for you in His will. Sometimes we think that we know what's best for us, or we think that we know who is best for us, but God will always allow you to see things. He will give you clues. He will give you the character of people, and we have to learn to accept what we see because we're seeing it for a reason. Accept what you see in somebody because you are seeing it for a reason, not to fix it, but just to allow it to be what it is. You observe it and accept it. Because when we can accept what God allows, oh my goodness gracious me, He moves us in a whole nother area of Him. So that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing that I really wanted to talk to you about tonight is some people are not very comfortable with the new you. I mean, the alert you, the sober you, the happy you, the fulfilled you, the healing you, the awakened you, the you that's on a path to purpose, that you. A lot of people that you may know are not happy with that person because they wanted to catch you off guard. There are people out there that have the type of spirit that look for people so that they can take them by surprise and catch you off guard. And I'm not saying catch you off guard in a good way to bless you. I'm talking about catch you off guard in a way to curse you. And you in these times that we are in, it's important to be on guard. Don't ever let anyone talk you out of being on guard, because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, baby. These are spirits and folks, and you have to be alert and sober-minded at all times. And see, it's somebody out there that's mad today because they didn't have an opportunity to play in your mind. They didn't have an opportunity to play with your heart. They didn't have an opportunity to play in your finances. They didn't have an opportunity to just play with you, period. And they liked it better when you were naive, or you were not aware, or when you were broken, or when you had all these issues, because it was easy for them to catch you off guard. They love that. And they love to see you struggle, or they love to see you in a pickle. They love to see you squirming and trying to figure all this stuff out on your own. They love to see you that way. And even though they act like they didn't love it, inside of the spirit, this person, these people, they loved it. They love to see you that way because it validated them being that way. But when you're no longer a spiritual match for somebody, and they can no longer catch you off guard, they can no longer pull a fast one on you, you're sitting there observing them because the eyes of God is looking through you, and you're looking straight at all that right there, and you're not falling for the things that you used to fall for. And they don't like that. They liked it a lot better when they could pull a fast one on you, and they liked it a lot better when they could catch you off guard. See, God is doing a new thing in the earth, and a whole lot of people, God has began to wake folks up. And so people are being very, very, very observant, and these predatory spirits are having a difficult time catching the type of people that they want to catch off guard. Because there's some people out there that they can catch off guard, but they are not like the type of person you are, with the dreams that you have, the vision that you have, the heart that you have, the determination that you have, the connection to God that you have. They can't stand the fact that you used to be in reach and now you're not, because they can no longer catch you off guard. Thank God for that. Can we just thank God for that tonight? Can we just thank the Lord for using whatever mess, drama, confusion, pain that the enemy brought to us, can we just thank the Lord that he loved us so much that when the devil thought he was using you by using somebody, God was using him? Can we just thank the Lord about how he takes those dark times and polishes our spirit and cleans us up with that? You over there shining so bright. I have to put sunglasses on just to, approach you. You're shining so bright. Honey, I'm losing my voice because the brilliance of God is on you. And I'm telling you, baby, there's some folks out there today that's so doggone blistering mad, okay? Because they can no longer catch you off guard. They can't. And so what the enemy will try to do when he can't catch you off guard, he will try to play with you in your private moments. Like when you're sitting down, when you're home from work, when you're on your break at work, through the people at work, or when you're just sitting in your home and just, just in your own space. The devil will begin to throw obstacles in your mind to convince you of this or convince you of that, or convince you that, your life is worse, you have a bad life, or this person did this to you, and look at this, and look at that, and look at this and that. And every time he do, what I want you to do is say, you know what, that's cool, but look at what God did. He woke me up this morning. Look at what God did. He sent me straight up on my way. Look at what God did. He allowed me to just dwell in the presence of his loving being. Look at what God did. He's still giving me an idea to be something great according to his will. Look at what God did. And everybody don't have to know me. Everybody don't have to do all that. I'm just grateful to just be here just one more day, because that means that God ain't through with me yet. It's something that I haven't uncovered that God wants me to uncover in my life. And I'm deserving to be loved. I'm deserving to be treated with respect. I am deserving to be in the company of some doggone great people. I am deserving to have a peaceful home. If it ain't nowhere but in my bedroom, I am deserving to be able to walk in an atmosphere and experience the peace, the stillness, the brilliance, and the whole just aura of God. And because of that, no matter what I have or don't, I've got him, so I've got everything I need. It may not be materialistic, and that's okay, because the spiritual things that I need, it's just an abundance of that. I'm grateful for that. It's just them little simplistic things. The little simple things when I can just sit still in the midst of whatever may be going crazy in my world. I can just sit still and just be like, there he is. I feel him. I feel the presence of God. I'm happy about that. And because I'm so linked up with him, he's opened my eyes to all the mess. And I know somebody wanted to catch you off guard because they sure enough wanted to have their way with you. And they're so upset because they can't get to you the way they wanted to. They're so upset because they didn't get to have their way with you, because no longer are you sitting there oblivious and just unaware. The good thing about being in a relationship with God is he turns everything in your being completely on. The light is turned on all the darkness. And them jokers never had an opportunity, baby, to catch you off guard. I want you to think about that tonight. Well, I love you. Think about this. You're deserving, you're strong, and you are a powerhouse. And you know what? I still be believing in you too. Have a good night. Bye.